Ah,
Censor.
here we go again.
About to die.
Oh, that's pretty wild.
Like you were in the process of getting jump scared by Freddy.
All right.
And you,
How do I pause this real quick so I can focus on this story real quick? Like a little interlude.
I don't know if there is a pause. Yeah, there's no pause menu.
All right, how do I leave this for a second?
You can just leave it there. It doesn't matter.
What do you mean? Oh, just let myself die?
Yeah.
All right, well, this is what I'll do then. All right, I'll run this sucker up. So, I'm walking up the top, and usually about 1 or 2 in the morning, people are sleeping. And I come across this guy. I'll just call him like Brian or something. I don't want to give out his real name.
Yeah.
And he's at the end of the hallway, is where he was housed.
Okay.
And I usually carry my little flashlight with me and everything. And so I carried my flashlight. You know how you can feel presence?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can.
Like
You can walk
you.
past a room and tell if somebody's sleeping or if you're being watched.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like a sixth sense.
Yeah. Like a feeling.
Because the creepiest thing about it is the cell lights are off. What we call the day room lights, which illuminates everything outside the cell, is also off. So you're literally in the dark, and you're in the presence of like. It holds like a total of 80, but typically it's about 74 that we keep on average in a wing, and it's just silent as a ghost. And I feel this presence. I walk up and I take my flashlight and I turn it on, and I see this guy, and he's got a tote, because each inmate's assigned a tote that they can put their belongings in.
Yeah.
He's got it upside down, and he's got toilet paper rolled up into what we call wicks, which is like these tiny little, it's kind of like, they'll take 2 AA batteries and bridge it with a staple and actually make a fire out of that, because, the buildup of the electrons through a small filament will create a heat source, and then that's how they light their drugs most of the time, which is pretty clever on their part. And so he's got all these little wicks burning in the room, these small little things. So it only creates a wisp of smoke and this like whiff of ozone kind of comes out of the cell, and I can smell like fire. You know that smell of burning paper? It's toilet paper. And so flashlight goes on him, and there he is, and he's got no he's got his shirt off. He's making these little superficial cuts on him. Nothing that would be considered life-threatening or anything like that. And he's because he's not making like he's not mutilating himself to try to end himself from the rigors of being in prison. He's literally just cutting himself to get to what I noticed upon really inspecting was a blood source. And he's painting his chest with his own blood, and he's painting his face with his own blood when I put the flashlight on him, and I see the wisp of smoke all around him, and he's kneeling down next to his tote, which is upside down, and he's got like a Bible, and he's painting all these pentagrams on it upside down, and he's in like a fevered sweat. Somehow he got a hold of some drugs or something, and he's in this state of being where it looks like he's been running a marathon. He's sweating so profusely, and he's got all these wicks burning around him, and he's doing this little prison seance, and it's all this weirdness, man. Yeah, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
I was wondering if he'd show up.
Has the music started playing yet?
The music actually stopped. I'm sure it's gonna blare into my eardrums.
Oh, by the way, there's a volume control right here if it's too loud or too quiet.
Yeah. So I never really encountered something like that in the 4 years I've been doing law enforcement.
Yeah.
And it kind of caught me like off guard because you think you're gonna see a ton of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen it. You think you've seen it all already, and you think there's nothing that's ever gonna surprise you again. And the only thing that comes out of my mouth when I'm holding this flashlight to him and he looks up at me and he's on his knees and he's doing this seance, satanic stuff. And you can clearly see it's directly Satan related because everybody knows the stereotypical pentagram and everything
Yeah.
else. I mean, it looks like a cheap horror movie almost. And the only thing that came to my mind was like, "You all right?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "All right." And I just walked away. But looking back at that, it's really creepy. Is that it? It looks weird. Pirate fox. Well, everything's on the left-hand side, so at least I know what I'm dealing with. So, I say, here's some soap. Here's your towels. Here's your new jumpsuit. Go ahead and shower up, get yourself situated, and I'll be back for you. I come back later, and I come back later. They're still dressed, man. The shower is dry as a bone, and I'm like, yeah, I gave you guys like 15 minutes. What's up, And they're like, nah, we're good, man. We don't want to shower tonight. I was like, you sure? Because I mean, y'all are both like, it's set up like stalls, like bathroom stalls. It's just that there are showers.
Yeah.
And so they're like, I was like, hey, you got each other, you can talk to each other, and they were just like, nah, we're straight, man. We don't want none of this. Like we don't want to be here. And I was like, all right, well, let's head back to your room. But I'm not gonna put you down as refusing. I'm just, I don't know what I'm gonna put in your file. I'm not gonna put that you refused a shower. I'm just gonna put you refused the location. And I said, so I was walking about, handcuff them. They came out of the shower pretty easy, and they were just like, I was like, so did y'all see anything? And they were like, nope, we don't want to either. And I was like, all right. I never saw anything like it again. I mean, I can honestly say, and that's a good thing, but
Yeah.
I'm smart enough to know in this world that I don't know everything.
Yeah.
How's that sound? I'm not saying I'm what is that? Is that it? Or is that just a trick? Yeah.
Oh, sorry to accidentally.
Whoa, why are they all busted?
They're all moving. Sorry to like accidentally start the game. I remember that Five Nights at Freddy's used to have a cheats menu, and a lot of games actually still use the Konami code. Do you remember what that is?
Konami? Yeah, I know
Yeah.
they make the game.
Yeah, the up down, left right, A B start.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to get to that, and then when I pressed enter, it started the game.
So I find out after the fact that the very night that all of that was going on, right, and having a good time with this, I don't know, whatever they said it was, a little tall guy or whatever.
Yeah.
There were no feature. I didn't see any features. I didn't see anything to indicate any sort of. I couldn't put it on paper other than as if it was a shadow,
Yeah.
like a what you call a silhouette.
Okay.
And then I found out the very next day while we were doing that my friend had passed away in a car wreck. So how weird is that? Because as much as I'm not superstitious,
It's.
I also don't
very
believe in.
odd that
I
they
also
happen at the same time.
I don't believe in coincidences. How weird is that?
Yeah.
I'm not a coincidence kind of guy.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's kind of weird right now because I've got like weird laughing in my head. or like in the headphones, not in my head. I'm sorry. Let me clarify.
Voices.
Yeah.
The voices are so loud. So this question is from Cruz. Does your house need pressure washing?
Oh, here we go. The pitch. Cruz, I have a pressure washer. My wife loves to pressure wash. Not that we wouldn't pay you, but you would be taking a hobby away from her that she enjoys. However, I know many of people that could use pressure washing at their house. So
Yeah, I was telling him there's a bunch of old people that
I know a lot of people that could use it. I mean,
like even just in this neighborhood, there's a ton of people because they're old.
This thing doesn't go away, does it?
Yeah, he waits there for solid.
He's a good battery drainer.
Yeah. Does your siding need cleaning?
Is this really where it's gonna go all night? I thought there'd be some interesting questions.
No.
My siding,
there's
like,
only one more question after this from Cruz.
let me guess. Does it involve a pressure washer?
I'm sure that
Pressure wash the side of my house.
Does your outdoor trash can need cleaning?
I can't do this.
Here to be a funny sales pitch and raise awareness for my friend. Actually,
Holy moly! What is that?
Oh, that would be Freddy.
On this side?
That's good old boy Fredbear. Yeah.
This thing just won't go away, man. This thing's gonna kill my battery.
Yeah, that's a good boy Fredbear over there.
I got 18% battery, and it's 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make it.
Okay, this one is from Carter's Sick Twisted Mind. Would you rather find 1,000 cockroaches living in the pantry or one person?
What?
Would you rather find 1,000 cockroaches living in your pantry or one person?
Like a person living in my pantry?
Yes.
Is it somebody that already lives here, or is this like a total stranger?
This is just a person living in your pantry. This is an undefined entity.
Man, I'm 1,000 roaches, of course, because there's not a charge for killing all of them.
See, me personally, I would probably take the person because I could still kill them for.
Look, I died. I got 0%. Oh man. Why did the buttons just disappear? What in the physics is that?
Isn't that what happens when the power goes out? All the light switches just vanish. Just wall.
You better pray to God that doesn't happen to a prison. Holy. Power goes out. That did happen to me.
Yeah,
by
and
the
all
way.
the doors open as well.
Yeah. What do we? Okay, so you said comedic story, right?
Yes.
Get it over with. It stopped playing the audio. I think it froze.
Oh, there's something happening.
Is it?
About 5 seconds.
Oh, there he is. I see what they did. So.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
That one gets you?
It actually did give me a little bit.
See, I'm just waiting until there's like an audible gasp.
Where am I inside of this thing? Because I feel like I'm really not there.
That's your eyeballs popping out there.
No, that's... You sure?
Yeah, those are your eyeballs.
They could have did better. I'm going to try this again. If this rabbit isn't in front of my... Is it a rabbit? It's a rabbit.
Yeah, it's a rabbit. They call him Bonnie.
The rabbit killed my battery. I don't even feel like that was a fair shake.
Yeah, the rabbit just sits there and camps. That's why I was trying to see if I could pull up a cheats menu. So I remember there was a way that you could get like infinite power.
Funny story. It's so hard to find. There's two different genres of funny where I work. There's funny that we find funny because we've been there so long. It's kind of a coping mechanism. It's very sad that you would find certain things funny.
So it's extremely dark humor then.
Yeah, you can look at it like that. And then there's like funny I can share with the world, which is rare. Gosh, and
that sandwich killed me.
There's trying to think in my head. You're gonna story.
I might add subtitles for this video because of how quiet my audio is gonna be.
Okay.
Which, if you don't know, subtitles are an absolute pain.
Is he coming? Like, is he gone? The curtain's open, right? Oh, snap! Gosh dang it. I didn't really get a chance, did I?
Darn it, man.
I hate that thing.
Why was he right there?
Bro, it's like, what, the first hour and I got 97% battery, and the first time I look at the camera, here he comes.
First 5 seconds.
What is that thing's backstory? I can't imagine going to a children's... It's got a hook. That's sick. Like, what child says, I want to take pictures with this? Because this is a normal place during the day, right?
Yeah, he's a pirate.
With a real hook, apparently.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. I mean, they're metal animatronics. Would you want a metal animatronic to have a plastic hook?
Yeah. Pardon me for saying yes.
They can't afford the plastic. They bought the sheet metal in bulk. Okay, it's cursed. A couple children died on it or something. I don't know.
So I noticed something here, and correct me if I'm
Yes.
wrong. This curtain is completely closed right now. I don't see its face, right?
Yes.
One time I clicked on it, and the thing's hovering right here, right?
Yes.
But whenever I click on this thing and it's wide out open, the next time I find it on camera, he's already hauling butt.
He is gone.
So I should immediately shut down the camera and close the door.
Yeah, literally.
Not look for him,
yeah,
right?
if you see that thing like wide open, literally just flick the mouse down as fast as you can.
I would have, we could have been clued in on that, I think, a while back, Tyler.
Yeah. That's why you listen to the phone guy.
I don't got time for him.
Nobody listens to him.
I mean, I'm really, I guess the only story I could really say that is funny is if I just throw myself under the bus. Because I can only really talk about what happened to me, and that was not too long ago. I told you what I did.
Yeah.
So, if you can't laugh at yourself, right?
Yeah.
But I think I got it. I think I showed them what's up. So to put it into context, I was feeding like normal, because they do have to eat.
Darn it.
I guess. Look at this thing, way over here.
Thought they photosynthesized.
It wouldn't matter anyway because they don't have windows. So
Exactly.
Good luck.
So they're all on death row.
So
You need to put in
I'm feeding. I drop the flap down, and this junkie of an inmate thinks it would just. Pardon me. Throws a cup of. Well, it's a slurry. It's a cup of feces and urine, swirled up into a styrofoam cup, right into my face, and it blinded me. And it's all in my beard and my mustache, and it's running down my forehead. It's on my shirt. It's just, I can. Ugh. It was just it's probably the nastiest thing ever happened to me, and I've done cell extractions where people have flooded their cell with the toilet and everything. This didn't even compare. It was just disgusting. And I was so mad at this guy, and you gotta suck it up, man. It's just one of them things that happens to people, and
Yeah.
we know the risk when we take the job. So, of course, I went to the hospital to be checked for communicable diseases.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm okay. If anybody is like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah.
And you never show any fear when you work in a place like this. He's gonna do it again, isn't he? Sorry, breaking away. He's gonna do it again. He's gonna drain my entire battery.
turn the light on real quick? You can see the shadows of his ears right there.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I went out to the ER to get blood tests and everything else, and so I say to myself, you know, this is what they want. They're doing this to you to chase you off. They're trying to make a point. They're trying to get you gone, and most people would quit under those circumstances and walk away and say, I'm not going back to that ever again.
Yeah.
Not me. He's knocking at the door right now. You can hear him knocking at the door.
Mm-hmm. So polite, isn't he?
Yeah, I guess.
It's like, hey, dude, you got to get back in your suit. Come on.
So I go sit at the hospital for 3 hours just to be told they don't have the medication. They don't have the medication necessary to start me on the antivirals that I need. Okay, fair enough. And they're like, we're going to send you to CVS to get your medication.
Mm-hmm, yeah, CVS pharmacy.
And I'm sure everybody's just having a grand old time. Inmate-wise, that's like just laughing at me because I just got turned into Mr. Hanky. So, while I'm at CVS, they tell me it's going to be about 20 minutes to fill my prescription. So I have a good idea. I'm walking around waiting on my prescription to be filled. While I do that, just kind of doing what everybody does at CVS when they wait. And I'm trying to get this. I can't let the rest of the day end like this. You know, I can't let them think they won. They got the upper hand. I can outsmart them.
Yeah.
Just walking past the aisle with all the... Hey, gosh dang it!
How in the...
I didn't even get it. It just pops in. Hi. Doesn't hang out, does it?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a very straight shooter.
That... Straight shoot him. So I passed the... Alright, it's my other shot. I'm going to get him this time. I feel it. So I passed the frozen section and I see that they're selling chocolate ice cream bars on sale. And it's like chocolate with nuts sprinkled on it. And I was like,
yeah,
how appropriate. So I had every intention of going back to work. I wasn't going to show them they won. Most people would be like, I'm going home. I'm not dealing with this for the rest of the day. Nah,
yeah.
Not my character. I'm going to go in there, walk back in there with my head held high, and give them what for.
Yeah.
Things out already? How many nights are there? This is just like the final night? It's that hard?
I know, 5.
Oh, okay, never mind. Just scrap that. Can't. It's not 4 nights at Freddy's, right?
Yeah.
So, of course, the difficulties...
There's also a custom night after this.
Yeah.
The difficulty just gets exponentially higher.
Now, keep in mind, people in prison don't get ice cream.
Yeah.
Sorry. Not this time. Oh, gosh, dang it. Oh, did you see my finger on the button?
You had it,
My
dude.
finger was right there,
you
too.
Had it. Oh, my. Why is he running so fast?
Booby trap the hall or something? It's a tripwire? One tripwire would send him flying.
Yeah. Okay, before you restart, I want to try to mess with something.
Okay, I'm just gonna hurry up and finish the story. So anyway, so I get the ice cream, chocolate, nuts on it, and I go all the way back to the prison, and I get there, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you came back to work?" And they're like, "I totally would have stayed." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, you're totally not me." I go back in there. They're like, "What did you bring with you?" And I said, "Well, I brought with me ice cream." They were like, "You can't eat ice cream in front of them. You know how crazy that is? They're gonna want to kill you just for that." And I was like, And I said, not a punk. So I took that ice cream, walked out onto the wing, and they were like, and I'm sitting here, and they were like, "Did you just come back with chocolate ice cream?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's got sprinkles of nuts all over. It looks familiar, doesn't it?" I was like, "Great, it's delicious." So it's kind of like the fact that it didn't get the best of me was better revenge than eating the actual ice cream in front of them. So I got to walk away on a high note and feel like I really conquered the day. one of
Could've
my
sworn
one of
it
my
was your
comedic
infinite
moments,
power.
but it's only comedic if you really get to, be a fly on the wall and see
Gotta
their
make sure it's still
faces when
recording.
they did that.
Oh, I bet.
It's about the only comical thing I can really think of that,
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him.
Yes.
All right, this is it. Let me. All right.
Okay, so. Actually, good question. Would you play the other Five Nights